and I am submitting this as admissible to the family court system, which I'm trying very hard not to call the family and justice system, because that is how I feel about everything that I have been forced to endure as a parent. So here we go. This is how I cope with what you people are putting me through. While you care about a 4-letter word, I care more about this 4-letter word. It's called cope. This whole thing is. There's a few things and they bring the pain. When they come up on me, mummies call me insane. That I'm acting strange, facing the rain. My friends, our lives are weaponized and all our minds are of change. Pick up the mic. It'll be alright. You know I'm right. Don't thank them for their service, lest the drafted make them fight. That's right, I meant I'm militant. I'm a nilcontent, not a sycophant. And it's okay, all of you haters, you're magnificent. Peace. Here we go. I hope that what you see ain't just my skin tone, or that I'm a mark, 'cause I'm not dark, preying on the poor, caveat emptor, or trying to get more than one over me and calling all my fault. Why? 'Cause of what my daddy did to your kin. Not even thinking about the mothers living off existence in the now. How now, brown cow, babies. I got a daughter and I miss myself her childhood when things were good. Lies. Standard visitation the case they gave him, and now the system could afford my daughter and me. But you gotta pay that child support and slaves stop bothering me. So I Kamehameha! I fight with her! And while I lose my friends, my ends, and all my inequality. Got people thinking and treat me like I need a lobotomy. Scare the shit out of everyone, I must be walking. Or my insides are ran out, they need a veto. And it ain't neato that I can't even ease my pain with the piano. And now I can't keep all my thoughts inside my head, yo. So my masters think I must be going CeeLo. Crazy! Uh-oh, you done to know? No. 'Cause I got a few more bones to pick as well. Like y'all making cost a hilka balloon and swell. And I can say that shame 'cause you used to be fat as hell. So you live off a pension for killing or helping them villains. Keep a check on the minches and stop abusing your privilege, you bitches. Why? 'Cause the rest of us is on the hook for the bill. And it goes for the cops, the guns, and the bachelor blue, while eating them krill. You know my style, hope what I say helps you walk a mile. Why? They want me to believe that I am mentally ill, and they want you to believe what they do's part of the deal. Why they police everything but all them off all our skrill. What you do with any you matters with the license to kill. You might shoot while you in pursuit 'cause you can't get up that hill. And that dude running from you, they probably just need to heal. Right? Living off motherfuckers. Can't do shit for yourself. Living off motherfuckers. Can't do shit for yourself. Living off motherfuckers. Can't do shit for yourself. Literally living off motherfuckers. Won't do shit for yourself 'cause you're a stay-at-home mom living off motherfuckers. And if I don't like it, I'ma be a weekend babysitter regardless. And you gon' live off of a baby, monopolize all the time. Gotta get with your privilege while you live off of my dime. And if I don't pay you to be lazy, it's a crime. If I buck, then I'm slime. You rip the soul out my prime 'cause I won't get in line and let you all day play with babies. You're a stay-at-home mom. Now I know the most I come across misogynists, 'cause I look like this. But if you never nurse your baby back to health, you might just feel the shit. We are so dismissed by these cum bitches. And I'm not trying to be offensive, y'all, the bullspit hurt. So I use my words to share my grief and pain and rage in a way that might get heard by selfish mothers and all of you others calling me absurd or even worse, monster. So I just spit a verse to cope with the trauma. Selfish mamas want me in a hearse, don't want to fill your purse. I'd rather change diapers. 'Cause you're living off motherfuckers. Can't do shit for yourself. Living off motherfuckers. Can't do shit for yourself. Living off motherfuckers. Can't do shit for yourself. Literally living off motherfuckers. Won't do shit for yourself 'cause you're a stay-at-home mom. I got a brother, the little fucker is making my life suck. He's not alone, though, lives with a mom, so I go cope while in the muck. Cause they participate in alienating their family that needs a hug, not giving a fuck about the drama that the drama keep me sporting. Both science and religion, no family endorphins are important. And all that little shit wants to do is take me to court and report me while Courtney's hoarding a fortune and time. I can't afford to absorb her bullshit and his pride collectively in my mind. I swear sometimes it feels they're aligned and there might even be a nefarious reason why. But I need my family and my flock to talk shop and take stock of the stressful, rotten crock called the crooked family justice system. You know, the one that give way too much goddamn privilege to women and help condition him to not even want children. I get it, and even if it's for selfish reasons, I guarantee it's systemic, cause there isn't a limit to the cortisol of it all. The biochemical response to the losses in albatross, and it cost me everything, y'all. So much so sometimes that I wish I was a polar bear, just showing up to fuck and fucking off, not giving a fuck about my cub, but I got a gaggle of pearl clutching wannabe mama bears, lifting up my daughter and her fathers. Why do I bother? They don't even care. I'm pulling out my hair, fighting for what's fair. But au contraire, he's a demon, the monster, he's crazy, he deserves, he lost her. Just don't pay attention to the fact that we all profit off her, or that we don't care about his suffering. Ain't like he got her ring, so she could live completely off Sean and Ryder, Ramsey and me. Please. Doug, I worry about you, my brother. Remember, in 10 years you could end up paying alimony, and she keep living for free. And there's even a probable possibility that it could be indefinitely. Thank God my prison sentence is finished in 2030. But I digress, let me pitter-patter, get after the subject matter at hand. My brother is being a selfish garbage douchebag, fuck he is not being a man. So I name call, cause if I come calling, balling, and falling, won't resolve the problem, just treats me like I was treated spam. Yuck, never eat another can. Either not understanding or even worse, not giving a fuck about extenuating circumstance. My pseudo-Rain Man brother at a glance. Remember, he has never not lived with our mother. While struggling for nothing, he thinks he's earned the right to offer advice for a price while living a pampered life. He doesn't think twice about the strife. He just cancels and solves all his problem by hiding behind his mama, not talking and not never having a safety net. The only struggle he ever suffered was maybe the spoiled fucker has lost a pet. But I recollect from a while back, a daughter told me a fact. She was visiting grandma and Alexander had got a cat. Instead of trying to train it with patience, it kept me out too much, so he just took it back for another. And on a macro level, newsflash, this just Neil's my baby brother. Postscript. I hope you notice in all this my father wasn't offered to mention. Ramsey, I miss you, and Gary, I'm sorry is sickening, but in the system that statistically fucks over men, in your case canon and mine, I don't want to let them work it out with the mamas or let them completely live off as we papas are an afterthought. And Ava, you're a goddamn piece of shit, a charlatan, and a literal son of a bitch for so much more than calling the fucking cops. I'm here to dispute the validity of therapy as someone who's deep dived the pseudoscience and have my mind siphoned by those who ain't never been through what I did. The vile trial that'd make a lesser defile another, or maybe even take their own life but dodge a spiral while getting flushed down the fucking system. I don't give a fuck if this go viral, cause I ain't trying to profit. I'm tired of living a life not worth living, to being told in one year that I'm playing the victim by the bitches living off me, and getting booked, learned, validated in the other by the doctors and masters and bachelors and counselors who's paid for empathy is cunty and more disingenuous and Alexa. In pain, I called the crisis line like 10,000 times. Since 22, my family cool, and now I'm doing everything I can to survive. And even though the long sleep sounds hella sweet, I believe in peace and non-violence, and that even go for me. The help I need is family and system to give a fuck. Instead, I'm stuck being shit out of luck, cause I stood up. But Dr. Bear wants me to spend a week into my life being placated for a price, even though until Robinson pulled her back in, I acquiesced to her request to leave her out this mess while under duress. I gotta live with taking the shot of being labeled close to B to the chest. But if I call a bitch a cunt, that's all anyone pay attention to. They don't give a fuck about what I'm going through. It's so goddamn fucking hella true. They all say I blame you, especially Crystal, who might as well have a pistol to my dome while getting paid to fuck up my home. I wish she pulled the trigger, or that my life was so much simpler. Instead, I gotta wake up every day to a clusterfuck of stress, and every time I confess to the pain, people like Poulos and Bennett, Rick and DeAngelis dismiss it. Let's not forget about Wheeler and Willard, Coxie, Apocalypto, and Griffin all living off it. Then there's Julio, Leland, Frank, Melissa, and Greg. Can't forget about Shelley, Shannon, Helena, Lori, or Craig. No wonder I wish I was fucking dead. I've spent so much on attorneys I had to forbearance my house. You think any of the 20 people I mentioned care a single fucking ounce? And so you believe in me needing to hear I'm here to support you in any way that I can, which is therapy spin, for I give up ass religion, or drugs to do my job and shit, it's a fan. Cause all I got is CBD, DBT, but you're an EBT man. You know, and see me saying that the system is rigged against you as I understand, but don't give a damn, I'm being financed, and I'll happily repeat the exact same four sentiments. That sounds rough, or tough, or hard, and in the end, apologize when you show up again with the same problems, I'll just rinse and repeat the scam. Can't take yourself too seriously, right? You gotta laugh at your mistakes. So that was still very close to perfect. And it's absolutely what I have to do to cope with how little y'all care about what you're putting me through. I hope each and every single one of you really sits back and thinks about how awful what you have put me through is. I wish you were capable of showing any sense of empathy, but you're not. You're just going to keep using me as an income source. You're just going to keep using me as a scapegoat, as a villain, as a way to absolve yourself from anything that has happened between Ramsey and me, or anything that has happened to Ramsey. And you're wrong for that. Each and every single person who has profited off of Ramsey and I is wrong for doing so. This is Brandon Matthews. Brandon Robert Matthews, son of Shari and Gary, brother of Justin or Alexander, and co-parent to Ramsey Elizabeth Griffin. No matter what this court says, no matter what Courtney tries to convince Ramsey of, you are all, in my humble opinion, horrible human beings. And I beg that you change. I plead that you change. I plead with the court for mercy and for grace. You know, grace is what Courtney's original attorney asked for when she didn't have a job. Ramsey was sharing a room with her, and she was supposed to be going to college.